Hello, everyone. Mary here, also known as Sunny Love. Today I chose for you day 42. Can you believe it? The topic is breaking generational silence. This is day 42 of our journey together. And I want to pause for a moment to thank each of you who have been here, who have subscribed, liked, shared, and most importantly, listened. Your time matters, and I don't take it lightly. Technically, this is really our 43rd day together because, as you know, there was one day I couldn't speak. I lost my voice, and maybe that's fitting for today's topic. Because today we're talking about breaking generational silence. Back in 2007, I sat down at my old tabletop computer. Some of you probably wasn't even born when it was out. And I began writing the story of my life. Robbed of a childhood, raped by the system. What poured out of me was heavy. It was deep. And at that time, I wasn't ready to attach my real name to it. So I chose the name Sunny Love, a name that held both pain and survival, a reminder of chapters I refused to forget, even if it no longer wanted to live inside of them. When I say it, sometimes it didn't feel like I was the one who had to write the story. Many of us believe that freedom comes from letting go of the past, from pretending it never happened. But what I learned is this over these 28 years of being an advocate was what we bury doesn't disappear, it waits. And for me, that buried silence was quietly eroding my sense of freedom from the inside out. Breaking generational silence wasn't about reliving trauma. It was about ending cycles. Cycles of abuse, cycles of shame, cycles of unspoken rules that tell us what we're never allowed to name in families, in workplaces, in schools, in communities designed to help. True transformation required more than courage. It required unlearning and relearning and rebuilding myself a new core. When people call me a life transformation expert today, they often forget this part. You don't get to guide others out of a maze unless you've done the internal work yourself. Otherwise, we unknowingly pass our wounds forward. Change is never linear. It doesn't move neatly through stages and stay there. Life loops, old patterns resurface. Growth demands honesty, especially in systems that prefer silence over disruption. As I stepped into advocacy, education, and service work, I consider myself a servant leader because I know what it's like to be led down the wrong path and call it right. I began to see something clearly. Many programs were built without ever teaching people how to heal. Many best practices had never been practiced by the very leaders enforcing them. You see, I had to look at everything from what I was seeing outside in the rooms that were filled with bodies that I considered similar to me, I saw patterns of brokenness, patterns of harm, and patterns of things I never had really sat down before to really design and create. But today, the stages of change that I bring into operation came from the inside of my core once I learned how to put in action what I was learning. But we needed them to do more than just survive. We needed them to be fully served, as I would have wanted to be served myself. I watch protect workers protect their own unhealed wounds while projecting onto others the things that was still locked up inside of themselves and had yet to be addressed. And I was even asked by funders, who would do the work if something happened to me? And in the beginning, in my mind, it was those individuals that I was called to serve. But when you don't know how to serve yourself, you can't teach others how to get through the journey. I had to learn that. I had to process it. And I had to live a hard-learned truth. Unhealed people cannot heal others in their healing. So I began building what I wished had existed: lesson plans, curriculum, and models rooted in dignity, self-agency, and truth. Often without recognition, often without compensation, and sometimes at personal cost to myself. And yet I never stopped believing in better tomorrows. Breaking generational silence doesn't mean burning everything down. It meant choosing integrity and fitting in would cost me my soul. And that is why I am grateful for my biblical grounding of 28 plus years. As a reverend, as an elder minister called to bury, marry, and consecrate others into the ministry, it's not something I deliver lightly, and it is not something I will license easily, because change is internal. It is not just an outside facade. Breaking generational silence took work, it took experience, and it took what many call me now an expert testimony. If you're listening today and you've ever felt silenced in your own family and your workplace, or a system that benefits from your quiet, please hear this if you hear nothing else. Your voice is not the problem. Your clarity is not rebellion. And your desire for healing is not naive. It's necessary. Tomorrow we will continue exploring what it actually looks like to live beyond silence, not just speak about it. It takes work, it takes practice, it takes letting go, it takes getting grounded, and it takes experience to deliver the kind of message I want you to begin living. Thank you for being here with me. I'll see you tomorrow, and please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video, or at least like it, because it helps me like what I'm trying to do even more. I will see you on day 43, the Lord willing, because I'm telling you, that's what pulled me out of my darkness into this marvelous light. And I know everybody can't ground themselves in that, because I told my brother, don't pray for me, because I was a broken wretch, undone at that time. And you know what? I'm glad he never stopped praying for me. Have a great day.